Holidays with Camille's. I have oysters and goose.
You're having a baby. They're,
He's a